Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you getting on? Welcome to a brand new Fallout 76 news video. Today we have, at long last, a date for the end of Season 8, the start of Season 9, and the arrival of the Test Your Metal update, along with some new features that are coming to the next season for Fallout First members as well. So let's jump into this. Okay, so waiting for this one for a while, so quite happy to have this little bit of news, but finally got some details on the upcoming update, which is due in just over 2 weeks' time, so that's very, very cool. So we've got a new Inside the Vault blog post with a load of information on the arrival of the new season. I expect we'll see a bit more information on the actual gameplay side of the update, the Test Your Metal part, as of probably next week. They usually do it in a couple of weeks in the run-up too, so keep an eye out for that one, but let's have a look at the information we've got here today first up. So, yes, Fallout 76 Inside the Vault, preview Season 9 with a new dev dive. So we've got a new dev dive video here. You can find it either on this page, which of course I'll link down below, and of course on Bethesda Softworks, the publishing arm, their YouTube channel as well, so if you want to check it out there, you can do that as well. But it's a fairly extensive overview of the changes that are happening with the seasons, and a bit of chatter with the devs about the development process for seasons as well, which is quite interesting. But I've got a roundup here of the big points of information, so we'll dive into that. So, welcome back to Inside the Vault. This week we're sharing our latest dev dive video, in which we got together with members of the development team to share a preview of Fallout 76 Season 9, including several Fallout First enhancements it will bring to the scoreboard. We've also got reminders for you about current Expedition's public test server, as well as a script surplus weekend coming up this weekend. Event, weekend thing. So, let's get those two crossed off first, and then we'll have a look at the big bit in a moment. So, yeah, as per usual, we have the reminder about the PTS at the moment. So, claim a new pennant by joining the Expedition's PTS. Started this one nice and early, so you can dive in and test it out if you're on PC via Steam. It's Steam only, the PTS now. Less than 2 weeks ago, we reopened the public test server to begin early playtesting and feedback for sharing our Expeditions update, which is slated to arrive in a live version of the game later this year, most likely in September. If you own Fallout 76 on Steam, you can fire up the PTS and begin exploring the White Springs Refuge, completing Refuge daily quests to charge up the Responder's Vertibird, and then using it to lead expeditions to the pit. Once you've had a chance to participate in a few expeditions, head to the official Bethesda Studios Discord server, link in the post down below, and let us know what you think, and discuss your experiences in the PTS with others. We also have a new pit-themed pennant that you can unlock for your camp in the live version of the game by logging into the PTS during this phase of playtesting. We will add the pennant to your account shortly after Expeditions Update goes live. As a reminder, the PTS is now only available on Steam. If you own a PC copy of Fallout 76 through the Bethesda launcher, and you haven't had the chance to migrate your account to Steam yet, don't worry, you can still do that. There's a link here on how to do it. It's dead simple, not too much of a problem there. So, and this weekend you can earn extra script, which is always welcome. Whether your stash is overflowing with lots of legendary items, or you're just looking for a reason to visit Purveyor Murmur, now is the perfect time to cash in at your local legendary exchange machine. All weekend long, the exchange machines throughout Appalachia will be stocked up with double the usual number of legendary script, meaning you can line your pockets with up to 600 script per day by turning in all of your unwanted legendary gear. Additionally, due to the Memorial Day holiday in the US, this weekend's script surplus event will last an extra day until 12 PM Eastern on Tuesday, May the 31st. So there you go, we've got an extra day to get into that particular one if you'd like, due to the bank holiday weekend. Or the US equivalent of a bank holiday, anyway. So, the seasons thing, this is the big bit of information. As I say, this video is quite extensive. It's about 25 minutes long, so I'll break down most of the important stuff here. But the dates are the big thing that all of us will want to know about. So, Test Your Metal update is coming to Fallout 76 on June the 14th. That's 2 weeks on Tuesday. So, just over 2 weeks away, which is about in keeping with their usual information release schedule. So, that's about what we'd expect. That's cool. Obviously, it's going to have the new season. It's going to have Test Your Metal, all the new public events that are coming with that, the 3 new events, which is cool. Obviously, Season 8, the current season that is running on at the moment, that will presumably end the same day, so the switchover time will be mid-afternoon UK time, sort of mid-morning US. So, up until then, you'll be good for Season 8, and then obviously the servers will come down, the update will be sort of put into the game, however they do these things, And then, of course, the new season will start. So make sure you are completing the season by then if you want to, and make sure you dive into the scoreboard and pick up any rewards you have yet to claim as well, because they will disappear when the changeover happens. So make sure you don't lose out after putting all that hard work in as well, and claim them while you can. So, 14th of June for that one. So, 2 weeks on Tuesday. So, Test Your Metal update is coming to Fallout 76 on the 14th of June, and when it does, we're also going to kick off our 9th season called Heart of Steel, A Dread Island Tale. So we wanted to share an early look at the new season with you, so we sat down with Nate Emmett, Don Edgerton and Jesse McLean from the Fallout 76 development team to chat about what's headed your way on patch day. Tune into the latest dev dive video below to find out what goes into the creation of seasons and all this Fallout 1 stuff. So yeah, the team there are people who work on seasons, and the Atomic Shop mostly are the visitors on this one, which is cool. And say, lots of interesting anecdotes and conversations about how they do things and stuff, which is quite interesting if you're interested in sort of the organisation of the teams working on 76 and stuff like that as well. So, worth a look, I think. But, general overview, Heart of Steel, Dread Island Tale is the theme for the new season. Apparently, it harks back to a fictional story that exists in the Fallout universe. I don't know if this is an entirely new one or one that's somewhere in the past as already existing in the larger Fallout lore, canon, etc. But basically, there's going to be a new radio play, which comes in at about an hour long. You'll be able to hear that on pirate radio, which is something I definitely need to investigate more of, because, you know, copyright and stuff, I usually avoid that stuff, and I'm missing out, so definitely need to work on that. But yeah, you'll be able to check that out through pirate radio, including on your Pip-Boy. The new scoreboard looks pretty cool. We haven't got any look at the rewards and stuff yet. Well, there's a couple of little pictures and things like that that come up in this video, little snippets, but I imagine they'll do a separate post on everything that's available. So when they put that up, I'll of course leap in and cover that. So keep an eye out for that over the weekend, yeah, notification bell and all that, and then you'll be kept informed of what's going on. Yeah, the board looks quite cool. The basic premise is it's an in-game novel. You've got a bunch of characters, and they have a bodyguard who is an Assaultron, apparently, and they've crash-landed on this island of dread. And this is about what they find there and their story and adventures and stuff there. Scoreboard looks really cool. I like the design of it. It looks different. It's kind of got a big picture of this kind of island in the ocean, like you've seen a lot of works of fiction, that sort of thing. Obviously with the scoreboard overlaid on the top of it, which is quite cool. So yeah, definitely looking forward to getting stuck into this one. Little glimpse of some of the rewards I've seen so far. There's some cool camp stuff in there and some other bits and pieces that are going to be worth a look, I think. But yeah, definitely going to take a more detailed look at that when I can. So, the big thing about this is the Fallout First enhancements. So there are a number of new things coming with Season 9 that are just for the Fallout First players, basically geared towards giving you more value from your Fallout First subscription. So, first up, there is a 25% score boost. Now, this is not just across the board blanket, there's a bit more to it than that, but Fallout First members will be able to increase the rate at which they gain score. So, obviously that has no impact at all on people who are not Fallout First members. You can still progress through exactly the same way that you already do. There's just going to be a few bits and pieces to increase your rate of progression if you are a Fallout First member. So, basically the way this works is at 3 specific ranks across the scoreboard, alongside the existing reward, whatever item that might be. I believe one of them is a new cooking station. There is an additional thing for Fallout First members where they'll get a percentage boost to their base level of score. So the first one comes in at 10%, then when you hit the next one it adds another 10% to that as well, so now you're getting a 20% boost to your score, and then the third one is another 5%, so capping out at 25%. And that obviously carries through to the end of the scoreboard, and then when the new season starts you'll start again from 0. But basically it gives you a bit-by-bit increase in the amount of score you earn. So basically the way this percentage increase works is it only affects the base level of score, so if you get 1,000 score for a particular challenge, you will get an extra, if you've got 25%, 250 score on the top of that. If we get a double score weekend, it still only hits that base level of score. So if you've got 1,000 score for the challenge, on a double score weekend, it will give you 2,000, and you get the extra 250, not 500, because it only affects that initial 1,000 that is the base level. So you end up with 2,250. As opposed to as if it affected the whole finalised thing. So, something to bear in mind, but it's a nice little boost for Fallout First players as well. And obviously, as I say, little advantage for if you've paid that bit extra to get through the season a little bit quicker. Whereas if you haven't, you're not a Fallout First member, makes no impact at all whatsoever, you can progress through at the same rate you always did. So the second thing they've added for Fallout First members here, that again will be coming with Season 9, is some additional Fallout First only challenges. So these are similar to the existing challenges, but they'll pop up on the list. Some will be daily, some will be weekly, in much the same style as the rest of the challenges currently do, but it's a few more opportunities for you to earn a score if you are a Fallout First member. So I don't know whether they'll show up if you aren't. I wouldn't be surprised if they are, to encourage people to maybe pick up a subscription, but they'll only be available to Fallout First members, and as I say, it's just an opportunity to earn extra score on a daily and weekly basis. They'll update as per usual alongside the rest of the challenges. So just another little way of getting a little extra score and getting through that season a little bit quicker if you want to do that. And last but not least, the last extra thing that they are going to add to the scoreboard is to increase the already existing bonuses for Fallout First members. So obviously, as it stands now, as you progress around the scoreboard, you see little sort of side steps beside certain ranks where you get an additional reward if you're a Fallout First member. They're basically going to add more of those. The majority of these new ones are going to be extra consumables, so it's not too life-changing, and also people who are not Fallout First members aren't losing out quite as much, but there will be a couple of extra vanity items going in there as well, so outfits and stuff like that. So opportunity to get a few extra bits and pieces if you are a Fallout First member. So yeah, quite cool. Nice to see them adding a little bit of extra sort of value into the Fallout First subscription and continuing to work on that. Obviously, players have been talking about this for ever and a day, really, as long as Fallout First has been here, that they want to get some extra value out of that subscription, because, yeah, to be fair, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. So it's good from that point of view. There is a comment under that video, that the dev dive video, that is worth addressing, as I'm sure it's going to pop up on doubtless Reddit and elsewhere as well, as to whether or not this is pay to win. And if you're having concerns about that, don't. It's not. Looking at it, basically, it's exactly the same line that they have been walking since 76 came out, and that it's convenience, it's vanity items, it's nice to have things, but it in no way prevents you from progressing through the content if you don't have Fallout First. So it's not pay to win, it's pay to progress a little faster if you so desire. It's just an option to add a little bit of extra value into that subscription for those who have it, and for those who don't, you're not losing anything that you didn't have anyway. You can still progress, you can still make your way through the scoreboard, you can still complete the seasons and everything. There's just a couple of cosmetics and stuff that you won't pick up if you don't happen to have it. Yeah, thought it was worth addressing that, as doubtless there is going to be that commentary out there, because there always is. So, there we go. So, yeah, that's basically everything in this particular blog post for today. Covers all of the ins and outs of the new changes to the season and the arrival dates. Of course, that's the 14th of June, just over 2 weeks from now. So, yeah, very much looking forward to getting into this new season. I completed that a few weeks ago, the last season, so quite happy to get stuck into the new one. Obviously, once Bethesda put a post up with all of the rewards from the next season on it, which they usually do, so I would imagine they will do this time, can't see why they wouldn't, then we'll deep dive into that, take a look, and actually get an idea of what we're going to get our hands on. So, definitely looking forward to checking out some of those items. So do keep an eye out for that one. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope this was useful and informative to you. If you did like the video, please do drop subs and likes. I do very, very much appreciate it. Down below the video as well, alongside the link to this post, you can find social media links, merch store, and channel memberships as well. If you're interested in supporting the channel in that way, I really, really appreciate it. Massively helps out. Huge thank you to everyone who's done that already. And if you get a chance, of course, do join us for the live streams as well. We are playing Fallout 76. We'll be jumping into the new season when it comes up. And we're playing a challenge run at the minute with no camp, no fast travel, all that good stuff. So it's been an interesting little twist on the gameplay that recently. So I do hope you join us for that. And we are working through Mass Effect 3 at the minute as well, and having a good time with that too. So I hope we'll see you there. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.